serving the one true master. The white man and every other nation has made you believe that they're your master. If you look at every corner store in the neighborhood that you come from, there's somebody else that owns it that don't even look like you.
All right, you're live.
All praises. First of all, just want to give all praises to the Most High Yahweh. We do so in the name of His Son, Yahushua. Today we're going to touch on a few things to include nutrition. We got a new ruler of Babylon as of January 6th. What was it? No, 17th? 20th. January 20th. There's a new king of Babylon. So, same shit, right? So the faces change, but the agenda stays the same as far as the oppression of our people, and the wickedness that will continue to go out, exported to these other nations. We get Jeremiah. Start. So, question.
Suddenly fallen and destroyed. For her, take balm for her pain, if so be she may be healed. We would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed.
Says we would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Keep reading.
Forsake her, and let us go every one into his own country. For her judgment reacheth unto heaven, and is lifted up even to the skies.
All right. So the wickedness of Babylon, it says, have reached up into the sky. Let me get Revelation 18:4. Has reached up unto the skies. So there is nothing that can save this place at this point. So it doesn't matter who they put into office, all that American exceptionalism, that's done. It's done. The Lord has Babylon in his sights, right? I was watching this movie last night. It's about these lions, this plane that crashed over a wildlife reserve. It's talking about these lions and how they go hunting. And once that lion set his sights on you, that's it. A lot of times you don't even know you're being hunted, right? Until the end. And that's pretty much what's going on here. Like America don't even know. They're so oblivious. And like I said, caught up in this American exceptionalism. Like they don't even realize that they're being hunted. Most High got his sights on destroying this place, and that's just what's going to happen. Because, like it says, the wickedness. Read that, Revelation 18.
God, you said verse 4?
Mm-hmm.
It says God, Revelation 18 and verse 4. And I heard another voice from heaven, saying, Come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues. For her sins have reached unto heaven.
There it goes again. For her sins have reached unto heaven. So all of the wickedness that's done in this place for centuries now has gone up before the Lord. It can't be hidden. It can't be covered up. Right? The Lord sees everything. Most High sees everything. And so judgment is going to be passed.
And God have remembered her iniquities.
God has remembered her iniquities. There's more. Read that. Keep reading.
Kind of says, reward her even as she rewarded you,
Mhm.
and double unto her, double according to her works. In the cup which she hath filled, fill to her double.
You know?
How much she hath glorified herself and lived deliciously, so much torment and sorrow give her. For she saith in her heart, I sit a queen, and am no widow, and shall see no sorrow.
There it goes again. That's that exceptionalism, right? So while everyone is hoping and praying that America can revive and rejuvenate itself, you know, it's just not going to happen. I said the Most High has his heart set on destroying this place and punishing this place for its iniquities, and that's just what's going to happen. A lot of our people as well, they voted for this Trump in hopes of things getting better, so to speak. I think that if he can get in there and do what some people are so afraid of, as far as sending us back. I seen one article they talking about taking us back to Jim Crow. If that can happen, honestly, I believe that we can. It might actually push us back together. And yeah,
They're just like when people talk about segregation.
mm-hmm.
That right there will also, bring it back together. But nobody gonna hear that because then they think that you're being what you call it, like separate. There's the whole point of the segregation.
Yeah, but they can run around talking about America first and coming back together. But when we start talking about this shit, racist. Our own people call it racist. Let me get Lamentations 4:17. No. Before we get Deuteronomy 17:14. 17:14. Because the Most High gave us specific instructions as far as this voting and putting people over us in the first place. What we're supposed to do, right?
Down in this book of Deuteronomy 17:14. When thou art come unto the land which the Lord thy God giveth thee, and shall possess it, and shall dwell therein, and shall say, I will sit a king over me, like as all the nations that are about me. Thou shalt in any wise set him king over thee, whom the Lord thy God shall choose. One from among thy brethren shalt thou set king over thee. Thou mayest not set a stranger over thee, which is not thy brother.
So no Edomite. I can't even say any other nation because it's always an Edomite. It's only been Edomites.
You know what's crazy? Not to cut you off. Even if you read verse 16, it says, but he shall not multiply horses to himself, nor cause the people to return to Egypt. Right? But all these kings of these other nations that our people have so much hope and faith in, they still have us in captivity in America. America, Babylon, Egypt.
Running around with their names and shit. Go to speaking of that, go to Lamentations 4:17.
4 verse 17. As for us, our eyes as yet failed for our vain help.
As for us, our eyes have yet failed for our vain help. So we are looking to these people, to these other nations, to help us, to save us, to free us. And the Most High is who put us in this situation, and only his Son can save us from it. All right? We don't.
In our watching, we have watched for a nation that could not save us.
Watch for a nation that could not save us. So everybody upset about DEI and equal opportunity and all that shit. Like, it's, we keep looking for these other nations to save us instead of coming back to our God. But that's
it's hard for our people to believe that these nations actually hate us.
Yeah.
So when they actually see them do, something, of some sort of hatred towards us. You know,
Oh
and
my
people
God.
are surprised, right?
People flabbergasted. I can't believe, but this has been our history in this country for a very long time. Crazy. Let's get into it. Today we are here to talk about nutrition, physical health. What is physical health? Right? I got some notes here. Physical health refers to the state of well-being of the body, including its organs. I may ask y'all about diet shit. Things that you've done that worked and haven't worked. So just think about it while you talk. Physical health refers to the state of well-being of the body, including its organs, system, and functions. It is the overall health of the body. That's a definition of physical health. What is being physically healthy, though? Being physically healthy is your body operating optimal blood flow, lungs, muscles, all these things operating together optimally, right? So that means no aches and pains, no shortness of breath going upstairs, no clogged arteries, all these things. That is the definition of being physically healthy. And unfortunately, we've been in this land where we were taught the traditional, what we call the traditional Western diet, some shit like that. The Western shit, Western diet. The Western diet or standard diet is the dietary pattern of many people in the U.S. It is high in saturated fats and refined carbohydrates. It is low in fruits, vegetables, and other plant-based foods.
Look at the abbreviation for it. This is sad. The Western diet is sad.
SAD. The Western diet, or SAD, SAD, Standard American Diet. So, as I said, it is high in saturated fats and refined carbohydrates. It is low in fruits, vegetables, and other plant-based foods, right? So, all of the things that cause, because really and truly, what is killing us is inflammation. There's foods that we eat. We truly are what we eat. For some people, it's just a saying, but it's really true. When you eat certain things, you feel a certain way. When you don't eat certain things, you don't feel a certain way, right? The same way you could drink a cup of coffee, and they call that like the best. It's called nootropics, right? It's like brain things that you eat for your brain that cause alertness and things like that. And you can drink a cup of coffee and you're alert instantly, right? The things that you put in your body, they affect you day to day. The standard American diet, these refined carbohydrates, all this processed food, the saturated fats, it causes inflammation in your body. A lot of the diseases, the high blood pressure, the diabetes, the heart disease, even arthritis, rheumatoid arthritis, a lot of autoimmune deficiency. That's why a lot of people with things like lupus, they can't eat certain foods because it causes flare-ups, right? So all these things cause inflammation in your body. The problem with the standard American diet, these 3 meals a day, which is crazy to begin with, right? Our ancestors did not eat 3 meals a day. They just didn't. That's something we learned in this country. A common question I always ask people is are you hungry? Like, when was the last time you ate because you were hungry? Right? We don't get hungry in this country. Not like that. Unless you're homeless, you're living on the street.
I do.
You're not hungry, man.
Yeah.
Your sugar may get low and
No,
you just
I
need some
don't-
carbs or something. You ain't
I
hungry.
don't eat breakfast on a regular.
All right. Well, you're on a diet now. I'm talking about back in the day when you was chunky and your face was always swollen. You're looking good now, bro. Well, when your face, you wasn't actually hungry. You eat out of habit, eat for boredom. Sometimes your sugar will get low, which is like you're borderline diabetic. A lot of people, their sugar will get low, and they get hungry and they gotta eat. They gotta put something in the system, which is early onset diabetes. Talk about that later. So a lot of the inflammation is what's causing a lot of these diseases. It's low level inflammation. One of the diets that I did try that helped me out a lot as far as inflammation um, was I went vegan for a little while. Well, not completely vegan because I was still eating cheese. So I wouldn't say it's vegan. It's like vegetarian.
Yeah.
It's an anti-inflammatory diet, right? That's the best thing for us as people that'll cure our diabetes and our high blood pressure is like an anti-inflammatory diet. But red meat, as a matter of fact, let's pull it. A lot of inflammatory foods.
Yeah, it says chronic systemic inflammation is a serious health concern that can be made worse or better with diet.
There you go. Chronic systemic inflammation. Now, our bodies get inflamed. If we get a cut, there's inflammation there. If you bang your hand, there's inflammation over there. Systemic chronic inflammation is something different, though. So, yeah, that's ongoing inflammation, low levels of inflammation in your body, constantly. You read it?
Right. It says here's what chronic inflammation is and how what you eat can keep you safer from chronic diseases inflammation can cause. What is inflammation? I'll read it.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
It says if you ever cut your finger, bruise a toe, or had a throat infection, you have likely experienced at least some of the 4 signs of inflammation. Redness.
So when you get a sore throat, say that's usually caused by some kind of infection. A lot of times, if you got the flu or some kind of cold or something, the first signs, one of the first things, or any kind of infection in your body, maybe one of the first signs that you're going to get is a sore throat, right? Even for some STDs, they say your throat is going to get sore first, right? So that's inflammation. That's some kind of infection in your body. That is good inflammation. That is your immune system rising up to fight against whatever infection. Go on, keep reading.
God says redness, swelling, pain, and heat. Acute inflammation is your body's natural response to illness, injury, or infection, and usually resolve on its own, like fevers, right?
There you go. Perfect. So your immune system, your temperature will spike up, and you're actually warming up because it's trying to kill off whatever's in there.
Right.
Yeah. Keep reading.
God says, but there is another kind of inflammation, the kind that affects the whole body, which is called systemic. Systemic inflammation can become chronic. It can persist for months or even years. Chronic systemic inflammation is a factor in diseases such as obesity, metabolic syndrome, prediabetes, type 2 diabetes, heart disease.
Those are the 2 biggest killers of our people right there.
Obesity.
Yep. Oh, well, that too. The type 2 diabetes and the heart disease. Right? These are things that are killing our people.
What we can take to combat chronic inflammation is
We're gonna get there. Okay. I got a whole we're gonna get there.
Inflammatory bowel disease, including Crohn's disease and
ulcerative
colitis, some forms of cancer, arthritis, Alzheimer's disease.
Alzheimer's, right? So, Alzheimer's. That's another one. That's a big one. That's something that runs in my family as well, Alzheimer's. So I've been doing actually a lot of studying on that. And Alzheimer's, they say, is actually, it's a heart attack of the brain. So things like it's the clogging of arteries in your brain. So the blood isn't flowing to the different parts of your brain. The blood isn't getting oxygen, which comes from the blood that flows to your brain. And it starts to like die off and kills off parts of your brain, and short-term memory, all that stuff, your long-term memory eventually are affected by all these things. So going back to that sad diet.
You don't call it a sad diet.
Sad diet. Going back to that standard American diet. This is a diet that is programmed to kill you. It clogs your arteries, clogs, blood vessels and arteries, and things die. Things in your body die, your brain dies. Things of that nature. Oh, of course. So some inflammatory foods. It should be right there in that bag. Some inflammatory foods. Right? So again, your diet can stop some of this chronic inflammation, and you can actually heal yourself. Right? At one point in time, I had high cholesterol. From high cholesterol, really my entire life. My mother-in-law was just telling me that apparently coconut milk is high in cholesterol. I didn't know that I was, my family, they cooked a lot of rice and they used to use coconut milk. So apparently I was killing myself the entire time. That might be one of the reasons why.
Avocado too is very high in cholesterol.
Avocado.
Yeah.
Is it good cholesterol?
It's good cholesterol.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But keep in mind, cholesterol is good for you.
Yeah, there's good and bad cholesterol.
Yeah, too much of it.
It's just about anything you eat, you cannot have an excessive amount of it, Yeah. Because the brain is cholesterol. So brain is just not, it's not only blood.
All right. What else? Yo, this will bother me. Why not?
Accept that cookie down there. Accept all cookies. Yeah.
All right. Inflammation, standard American diet. Oh yeah, my cholesterol is high. One of the ways that I fixed that was I stopped eating meat. Now, when it comes to diet, one of the hardest things for us as a people to do, or people that loves food, is to go on a diet. I don't recommend these strict diets, right? The white man always got some kind of diet that you gotta just stick to, these strict diets. I'm not gonna eat this, I'm not gonna eat that. Carnivore, carnivore diet, Atkins diet, all these diets. Every 5 or so years there's a new diet. But our ancestors, they didn't go on diets, right? And they were healthy. They just ate things in moderation. They didn't have any processed foods to eat, which is another thing. Eat foods that don't have ingredients in them. If you can eat, rice is rice, right? It's a grain, it's not processed. Chicken is chicken. Fish is fish. When you start to get into things that have ingredients in it.
Bleached rice.
What?
Bleached rice.
Bleached rice.
Yeah.
When you start to get into things that have ingredients in it, you're starting to steer towards unhealthy, right? So, your processed food, your high fructose corn syrup, all that stuff is bad for you. Try to eat foods that have one ingredient in it. Some inflammatory foods, things that will inflame your body and cause low levels of inflammation. And over time, like I said, over time, these low levels of inflammation, they turn into diseases. They turn into things that you can't heal, right? So you want to stay away from certain things. Red meat, such as steak and hamburgers. Processed meat. You shouldn't be eating meat out of a can. Don't eat meat out of cans. So them Vienna sausages, you know, they're good sometimes, but don't eat it. And they're easy, you know?
Yeah, sausages, pork.
No, so this chicken.
I stay away from it, period. Let's call it mystery meat. I
That,
don't know what's in there.
No.
Mystery meat. I don't eat no kind of mystery meat.
the spams, the scrapples, people love that shit. Scrapple, man, anything, this canned meat, any kind of pork that come in a can, they eat that shit up. It's killing us. Stay away from it. Commercial baked goods, such as snacks, cakes, pies, cookies, and brownies. Bread and pasta made with white flour. Deep fried items such as French fries, fried chicken, and donuts. All that oil. Avocado oil is good, like you said.
Yeah.
Olive oil is good, decent. But you can't really. Peanut oil is good, but it's hard to fry. I don't think you can fry things in olive oil. Right?
It's too heavy.
Yeah. Foods high in added sugar, such as candy, jelly, and syrup. Sugar sweetened beverages such as soda, bottled or canned tea drinks, and sports drinks. I know you've heard of people all the time. What did you do to lose weight? I stopped drinking soda. I lose a bunch of weight, but drop like 20 pounds. Stop drinking soda. So that stuff is definitely bad for you. Trans fats such as found in margarine, microwave popcorn, refrigerated biscuits, and non-dairy coffee creamers. That's another thing. Dairy, eggs, milk. What else? What's some more dairy? Which is bad for you. Yogurt. Yogurt is good for your stomach. But most black people are lactose intolerant. I was watching this video and there was this doctor, he's a black doctor, and he was talking about the SAD diet. And he was talking about white people have evolved to drinking that shit from being in Europe, sucking on goat tits or whatever they do up there. Black people were not, originally from there. So we just not used to drinking milk like that. That's just not our thing. So they were saying that most black people compared to white people are lactose intolerant. So a lot of that dairy, again, it causes inflammation in the body. So a lot of us, we drink the soy milk, which is ain't great for you. And almond milk.
Almond, that's not good either.
Almond milk tastes good. What's wrong with the almond?
The almond's not
Go ahead, break it down.
Those guys, they don't use almond really. It's leftovers. So they whatever they use the almond to do, they do with that. Whatever is left from the almond, then they try to make some milk out of it. But soy milk and almond milk, no waste of time. Because soy milk, for instance, the history of soy was invented. Well, it was discovered, not invented, but discovered by a black American for the army. They used to have their meals in cans before, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they need to have it in something that they can throw in the wilderness or in the bush that can break down. And the soy was the black guy, right here in Maryland, discovered that he can use it and make that package. Mm-hmm. And once you cut the package, after some time, the package will just dissipates.
God, what's the name for it? I know what you're talking about.
Okay,
Rations.
Rations, yeah. That's what that soy was for. Yeah, that soy has been proven to grow your
estrogen. Yes,
grow your
it's
breast.
full of
Your breast will
estrogen.
grow
Full of
from
estrogen. Yeah.
eating that soy. Yeah,
Yeah. So they said that's
and
good.
and it's very much active in McDonald's. All those kids want to use they want soy sauce.
Yeah. In McDonald's.
Yeah, where you can get that soy sauce, that stay far from it.
Yeah. I know the Chinese food. The Chinese
Yeah.
people when they make our food, it's a lot of soy.
which is very very interesting. You said that.
McDonald's sells soy
I
sauce.
don't know. Don't. That's all I ain't gonna say.
But
Go ahead.
very interesting. You know the Chinese people don't eat what they cook, right?
Of course not.
In those
You go in there, they eating that rice though. They eating that white
they're
rice.
eating a rice that they cook separately from the rice that they
Yeah.
cook to sell. Don't pay them no mind. They don't eat that stuff.
Mhm.
That stuff then plus that rice all of it didn't sell from yesterday. So guess what they do? They just roll it in today's batch, and you might be eating, and all of a sudden you eat it, you find yourself biting on something really hard. That's a rice that been dried up that they mix in the batch that didn't get cooked or whatever. Them Chinese that I don't eat. I've stopped eating those Chinese for more than a decade. I do not eat Chinese food. It's ridiculous.
So with that processed foods.
Just processed foods. Oh, it's important to check the ingredients list of prepared or processed foods. Many prepared foods contain hidden sugar. It can be hard to tell.
Real quick, that's another thing.
Yeah, that's a big thing.
A lot of times we don't know just how much sugar we're consuming. A diabetic could say that they're staying away from sugar and think because they're not eating candy that there's no sugar.
Right.
But there's bread, there's I think it's called complex sugars. Your body breaks it down and turns it into sugar or starch or whatever the case. So a lot of pastas and things like that. I remember my mom when she was visiting me, we wasn't giving her no sugar, but she would keep. She was type 2 diabetes, so she's cured now. She stopped eating all that shit. But she would prick her finger and check her sugar in the morning, and her sugar spiked. She was eating bagels for breakfast, and the bagels were breaking down and turning into sugar. So even though she wasn't taking in no sugar, she was taking in sugar. So it's not necessarily, cane sugar or crystal sugar, actual sugar. A lot of times the different pastas and breads that you eat also breaks down into your body as sugar. So
Dr. Glucose, right?
I believe so. It can be hard to tell since sugar tends to assume aliases. By some estimates, there are 50 names for added sugar in prepared commercial foods such as cane crystals and crystallized cane juice, syrups, and many ingredients that ends in ose, chemical shorthand for sugar. Right? Anti-inflammatory foods. Shakur, you can chime in on this. I know you had some. But there are foods that are anti-inflammatory. Right? Yeah. So, like I said, the best that I've felt as far as my body, my joints, a lot of times as you go up in age, you get a lot of aches and pains and things like that. So I realized I was drinking. I was eating a lot of red meat, things like that. A lot of dairy, drinking milk. There's nothing now to saying that I'm lactose intolerant, my skin breaking out, all kinds of crazy shit. Not even realizing I was doing it to myself. Right? Had nothing to do with dirt on my face and all that. It was the milk. Lactose intolerance, it shows up in a lot of different ways. It's not just an upset stomach. I'll let you look it up yourself. You can look it up. But it's not just an upset stomach and diarrhea. There's a lot of different ways. There's acne. There's different things that happen to you when you're lactose intolerant. This is what battery we're at.
Got a solid red.
It's nine.
Yeah.
You need USB-C, right? Omega 3s. Go ahead, read it.
It says one form of these powerful inflammation fighters is found in fatty fish such as salmon. It says herring, mackerel, sardines, tuna, shrimp, bass, and anchovies. You can get the benefit from eating the fish or by taking fish oil supplements.
Okay. So, I went pescatarian for a little while too, and that also helped me. The fatty fish, like it says, the omega 3s, is actually anti-inflammatory. So there are foods, supplements, different fruits that you can eat that actually do the opposite of inflame your body. It's anti-inflammatory.
Cod liver oil. It's some little capsule. Take two of those.
Okay.
Take those two. We grow up drinking that, whether we want it or not. and here's now they have made it better now. They make it in capsules, so you can stick to those capsules, good to go. But we had to drink it from a spoon.
Yep.
Yeah, you take a spoon before you go to bed.
Tablespoon. Cod
liver oil. And believe me, what it does.
It's fish oil.
Yeah. If you got a cold coming, instantly it's gone. Anything that coming in the body, it's not
something like that.
Yeah. So right now I'm taking oregano. This is what I'm drinking every night. And we took 2 of those every night. And I got my sisters and them starting on them and listen to how good this thing is. This thing is so good that one of my sisters, she had rheumatic fever and it's in her bones. So now she starts saying she's sitting there and she can feel phlegm coming up in her throat. So it's been cleaning her lungs out. So by taking this thing, it will take out anywhere you have, okay, one of the things that the body has everywhere is mucus. Just about every illness is mucus related. So it takes out all the mucus in your if your wrist hurt, there's mucus there somewhere. It will take it up, takes it up. You pass it out, and it's best to take it at night before you sleep. But repair mode, basically. So by leave it up in the morning, it really works. And why I swear by this thing is my days of playing on cruise ship. On stage, I had to wear these big boots on my foot, because I have to play the part. But it was cheap boots, destroyed my heel. So it kind of bruised way up inside of my heel. So now it's starting to come back and hurt. And I started taking those pills, and it's gone. I woke up one morning, I always normally get up in the morning and creep to my bathroom and stuff in the morning. But I get up one morning and I just start walking around and it didn't hit me that, you're supposed to be limping to the bathroom. And then I would limp and then it goes away. I'm good for the rest of the day, but every morning we heard it. Now I do not have the pain. It's totally gone.
So, while we don't speak to your changes, what are you trying?
Oh yeah. I've been making some changes since my last conversation with the Shire. And when we were in the last whole day, I've made some changes. One of the things I believe in is not making abrupt changes. So if I go to just say, hey, I'm going to stop eating this and hey, I'm going to stop eating that, you'll lose the weight. But believe me, what the body does, it goes in, oh, you're starving me. So now what I'm going to do, everything you eat from here on, I'm going to reserve it. And so now it will put it back somewhere in fat. So all I did is change certain things. I stopped eating meat. So I would only eat on occasion fish. But I stopped from October all the way till second week in in January, I stopped eating meat. So my body I've lost about 10 pounds. And as small as that number is, and it's 10 solid pounds that I have lost, and I know I won't get back. Even though the numbers is small, I didn't lose 15 pounds, 20 pounds within that time frame. That's because my body now has to adjust the changes I made.
Right.
So it's not adjusting in the sense of, hey, as soon as it starts up again, I'm gonna put it back on. Because what I'm gonna do at the end of this month, I'm gonna go and cut in the carbs. So I'm gonna cut bread, cut the pasta, and so I've been looking for my alternatives and stuff like that. So I'm gonna go quinoa, and I'm gonna do cauliflower rice. You go to cauliflower rice?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, that's what. So I've been looking for it in the stores, and yeah, that's gonna be my changes.
What about as far as how do you feel?
Oh, to be honest, I feel in terms of putting the age in it, not when I was in my 20s, but more like when I just start doing my 30s. Yeah. I feel like when I was starting in my 30s. So with my schedule of work and stuff like that, I sometimes don't have time in the day because I wake up early in the morning, 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, and start my day. And then by the time I get back home, most times it could be 9:30, 10 o'clock. Yeah, so my days are long because I make a lot of trips to other states. I go to Pittsburgh a lot. Yeah, so my trips are normally fun. Yeah, these are the changes I make.
What about like your sleep pattern? Like
Oh
sleep
yeah,
pattern?
my sleep. My sleep. I did speak with Pana about one of the things that have been happening to me. It don't happen to me every night, but if I go to bed early enough, by God, I'm gonna wake up at 3 o'clock. For no reason, I just wake up at 3 a.m. I'll be up for 3 a.m. and can't fall asleep.
Well, are you? What I'm asking, are you more? Do you feel more rested now? Since
Or
you've been on
I'm
this?
rested because again, cruise ship lifestyle is like it's like I wouldn't go to bed till 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, and I sleep till around 9, and I get up and go play music again. So I got so used to getting about 6 hours sleep. My body is like trained to get 6 hours sleep. So when I get more than 6 hours sleep, I'm hurting. Wake up. I'm like time to get up in the bed because my back will hurt. Or yeah, a headache will come on. It's like, wow, gotta get out of bed, right? But now, since I start doing this, it's like sometimes 10 o'clock or based on what time I get home, straight to bed, and I will sleep till 5. At 5 o'clock, I'm up. I do not use alarm clocks. I have not used alarm clocks for more than 20 years. I don't believe in alarm clock. If I set an alarm clock, if I'm traveling by plane, I am not going to buy a ticket that have me to alarm myself to get up. I don't want to do that because I'm going to miss the flight. Okay? So because what happened, I will never sleep the fact that I know the alarm is going to go off. So I prefer to set the time, set the plane to accommodate to when I wake up normally. So I wake up myself at 4:30, 5 o'clock. I wake up.
So as far, but you're not groggy. When you get
Oh no, that's never the case for me. That's never the case for me.
What about your like? Speak to your energy levels throughout the day. So I know a lot of times when you consume a lot of meat and things like that, it's kind of up and down.
I don't because
levels kind of
because of how I do meals. I don't have a breakfast normally. I get up in the morning and I make me some tea and I hit the road. That's it. A cup of tea and I hit the road. I don't drink coffee yet.
So I guess what I'm asking is, since you stopped with the refined foods and the meats, are you getting like spikes in your energy throughout the day, or they get tired? No.
My energy is the same.
Okay.
Yeah, my energy is the same. I don't have points. And again, for working since I was 16, I've learned. I learned something with something. I tried to train. I tried to not train, but advise a guy at work one time But yo, don't push yourself during the course of the day because you're gonna burn out and you don't have nothing to put that energy back in there. Slow down your pace and just work straight. You'll last the entire 8 days. I mean, 8 hours doing it instead of you trying 4 hours of a rush, and then all of a sudden you go for lunch and you're doing the lunch is not gonna help you for the next 4 hours you gotta do. So I can go my entire day. Sometimes I used to do like a 16-hour day and don't realize that I haven't even much yet because it's like again I used to live in New England, so it's, living in New England for people that live in New England, it's mind over matter. It's cold outside. Are you gonna sit inside and say it's cold, or are you gonna just go outside because you gotta go do it? So I kind of train myself to, I gotta do this cold outside, but I gotta go do it. It's like I was outside one time and it's like I have to run inside, warm up my hands, go back outside for another 5-10 minutes, warm inside, warm up my hands. I have to do it because nobody's gonna do it other than me. You see, I'm the only person there doing the job. So there's no one else there with me. So yeah.
So your diet, very important. Like your brother was saying, a lot of things. Like even with me, when I went vegan, I did it for like 30 days. Took my blood work before and after. It was the high cholesterol at that time. 30 days no meat changed what my levels were at. It's supposed to be at. Physically healthy. Body was working out. I don't recommend any extreme diet though. Said it because even with things like no meat, vegan, it could throw off your hormones as well. So I wouldn't say just cut meat out your diet forever, but I would say for everyone or anyone that's suffering with type 2 diabetes or any kind of cholesterol or high blood pressure, try it. Try it. 30 days to 60 days, and we'll see the difference. Sleep better. A lot of your aches and pains caused by the inflammation from the dairy and the meat goes away. Try some anti-inflammatory foods. All these things help you to get your levels to where it should be as far as sugar.
Yeah, and especially stay away from this kind of
Sugar, so sweet.
yeah,
Artificial
aspartame. It's not good for you.
I'm saying things with ingredients in it. Just try to stay away from it. Whole grains, whole foods, leafy greens is another thing. Like salads, that's good. Salads and a lot of leafy greens.
And most definitely stay away from those energy drinks. Oh my God, stay away from the energy drinks.
So with the leafy greens, nitrates. That's nitrates. Foods containing lots of nitrates encourage and it increases blood flow, which is very important, especially for the men. It's important for women too, but for the men, as we age, right? There's a reason why all these blue chews and grow and all these things are so popular. They have what's called PE5 inhibitors, which basically open up your blood vessels, right? So, which nitrates do, NO2. It opens up your blood vessels and it increases blood flow. So you can do it naturally. You don't need these things. So again, your diet affects everything. As a man, it's very important. A lot of us would take pride in so you have to eat things that increase blood flow, right? Because you pay for it later. Yeah, speak to know you can diet thing as well. The exercise, things like that.
Yeah, I definitely say I talk about sleep first. Yeah, I remember. I guess before I had.
Well, first, speak to what are you doing?
Oh, No, like I'm trying to figure out what happened.
So real quick, here's the thing. Here's the thing about being a young man, right? You can outrun your diet. As you get older, though, it's you know, you got
very important.
it's very important.
Yeah. So like for me, see when he was talking about everything, I was feeling discouraged because I was like, man, this nigga know everything. He knows everything he talk about. But it's like for me, like even when we brought up the oregano, I was trying to text my rib because I was trying to ask her. I was like, you know, she makes like purple pills. I gave her this mortar and what you call it, like
Pestle.
yeah.
Water and pestle.
Yeah, she grinds it up, you know, herself and all that. She'll make the little pills or whatever. And one of them, it's oregano in there, and it's like some other herbs in there that she also made for me for my eyes, and for other things too. She also has some things for herself, and that right there, I guess like I kind of stopped taking them, but like she always be like, yeah, you know, take them in 30 minutes, last long, whatever. In my mind, it's like I know, because I always tell myself, I'll be like, I know anything that the Lord created, it will heal you. But it's like I know that sometimes we look for so much of a fast result.
Shortcut.
Yeah, so it's just like I stopped taking it at one point because I was like, I don't really think it's enough for my eyes. But yeah, I was staying consistent with it. So I take it a lot now. So like she makes a lot of it now. Other stuff, but like I be eating, like I love fruit for real. So watermelon is like one of my favorite things. Grapes.
That's watermelon is full of nitrates as well.
Yeah, I love watermelon. Grapes. Love grapes and oranges and stuff. Especially like when we're talking about the salmon. I love salmon, lemon, and lime like together. Like I can eat that up a lot. And just like some of the cauliflower rice. You know what I'm saying? Definitely got hooked on to that as well. Especially while I work, I get cauliflower rice a lot. So I bring it home with that.
What it is?
I'll say like right. To me, when I first had it, like it was definitely like something I want for real. But
cauliflower rice.
Yeah, like it wasn't nothing I wanted when I first started. But cause I got used to the taste, so it was kind of like it got better.
Do it taste like? Cause white rice it's like.
Yeah, it doesn't taste like rice at all. It don't taste like white rice, brown rice.
I mean, I've been advised by some people. You gotta season it, flavor it up.
Well, yeah, you gotta season it, of course. But I'm saying like, even you can still taste the bit. Like you still know like it ain't rice.
Yeah.
Like rice to me tastes way better than cauliflower.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But
it's not.
Yeah, but it's not disgusting. It's not something like, oh nah, I can't eat this. Like yeah, you can eat it. It's just I don't know how to explain it. Like it's not nasty, but it's just like no, it's not something I want.
So how much weight you say you lost?
That's something also I haven't been tracking, but I know I've definitely been losing a lot of weight. Also because, yeah, with the energy, like my energy been very high. Like my sleeping been good as well. Like ever since even actually before I got this job too. Like my sleeping patterns been good. So like the times when I wake up, like just like now, I made a routine for myself that like so. At work, I do a whole bunch of runners. Like runners, stack them up, pack up the. So I do 10 push-ups out there every run. And then, so I go into the bathroom, do my little push-up. Sometimes I'll probably go for more. And sometimes I do them in the freezer or whatever because I'm just trying to hurry up and get out of the way. And so I do that. And I also take ashwagandha too. So like, and my energy is already good, but I take that so when I'm at work, because I hate being there, so it's like I want time to fly. So like I take it, and then all of a sudden I feel like the boost.
Ashwagandha
is supposed to calm you.
Not all the time. Not all the time. No.
That should give you energy.
Yeah, this should give me like there's been times definitely like I knocked out, sleep out, but ashwagandha is giving me a lot of energy. Like it definitely does calm too for some people, but like for me, it just gives me a lot of energy. So like I'll be at work. Runner the runners, you know what I'm saying? I take like 2 of them got the oil, and I take that. The last time I had it, we had my rib. The one that I take now, my rib made her herself.
She made the ashwagandha.
Yeah, she used olive oil as the base oil, so for the ashwagandha. Yeah, so she made herself and works well. But at first, when we first had it, we had I forgot where it came from, the brand. But the first one we had, it tasted really good, tastes like honey. The second one we had sugarcane alcohol. That shit crazy. Like it was burning and all that. I never took that again. I was like, nah. But then the third time is when she made it, and it, it does well and stuff like that. So, was it talking about already benefit grade?
That's, that it's supposed to be energy. I don't know if it's ashwagandha.
I know it's a calming. I used to take it like crazy. Didn't do anything for me. Nope. Because I'm normally calm. You can, for instance, you can come here and try getting me aroused. I don't want to pay you no mind. It's a mental thing. See, I've programmed myself.
Well, it seems like it's some kind of trap. It talks about easing stress and anxiety, improving memory, improves immune function and anxiety. So,
yeah, but yo, things when, well, like even when I'm waking up, like I don't necessarily be tired or I'll be energized and stuff like that. So, and I'm starting to, cause I saw like a whole bunch of videos and little and stuff like that, and I was seeing how energetic I was. Like I was doing shit that you would see niggas in karate movies, what shit doing flips and shit. Yeah. So like, with a little, how niggas be on the ground and then they'll flip up. Yeah. I used to do that shit all the time. So yeah, so it was like I'm trying to get back to that energized stuff for myself, because like I know I have the energy, but now that I'm actually working on it, I'm trying to like just get back to actually just full-fledged doing. You know what I mean? So
it's a workout.
Yeah, workout.
You get your steps in that work. Definitely get your steps.
Yeah.
Which they recommend 10,000, between 7,000 and 10,000 steps a day.
Yeah, I don't want to count on that, but I know like for me, I know like they'll give you like I think you got to take a lunch. It's like 15-minute breaks, and you take a little lunch or something like that. But I don't ever take my lunch till like last. So let's say I gotta get off at like 4. Like I take my lunch at like 2:30. So like the whole time I just working, I don't ever take no breaks. I don't do lunch, cause like I said, I just want to get out. So when I take my lunch, when I'm clocking out for lunch, I'm clocking out of work too. So like a lot of my coworkers be like, you don't ever take no break. You don't take lunch. Like, when I'm tired, I want to take a lunch. Cause I feel like me taking a lunch, once I get up, like I'm gonna be tired. You know what I'm saying? I feel like if I get up from eating lunch, I'm gonna be tired and all that. And also when I wake up, like now, my rate, so she'll make breakfast with her, but at first, like she wasn't really doing it, and I wasn't really going for eating anything. So like the whole day I wouldn't eat until I come back home and I have something to eat. And then it don't even be like a big meal.
That's another important thing. Fasting. When you fast long enough, your body starts to rejuvenate and fix cells.
Yeah.
Make new cell and all kinds of stuff. Flushes out garbage. Just basically cleans out all things.
Yeah, I drink a lot of water. So.
Yeah, water too. Fast.
Yeah, water. Well, yeah, it goes back into your. I think with the fatty system or something like that, where you need to drink lots of water because white blood cells, they gotta kill a lot of cancer cells, bacteria. So you need that water to move it through the body. And if you don't have enough water in your body, it slows it down.
Ideally, we want to get back to whatever we was doing before we were introduced. To the state. Ancestors, like I said, they didn't consume food all day. They ate certain things that they were. So, go back to the way they did it. We want to be healthy.
Another thing that we do in the Caribbean was once a year we always purge the system. So you have to use senna. That's one of the better ones. It's a leaf, but senna is really good. If you take senna, do not go to work.
You drink it straight or you drink with
You
milk?
make a tea with it. You don't put no milk, just make a tea with it. Drink it while it's hot. Don't make it cool off and drink it. Drink it while it's hot. It's gonna work on you based on the side you drink, but it's gonna flush that system out. So what it also does, it kills parasites. So if you got parasites in your
Well, I got one question.
yeah.
So my red, we don't say, but she made this boy. It was wormwood, oregano in it. It was it's I think it started with N. Neem oil. It's neem was in it. It was a whole bunch of stuff, and she was making a parasite from, right? But what it did, it was like I feel like probably taking like maybe a little. To be honest, I was taking like 2 drops, but I don't know if that was like too much, like milligram, whatever it is. Yeah, but what it did was when I go to sleep, the dreams I would have would be so crazy to the point.
I want to take a whole
some
shit.
I don't know, but the dreams I had was crazy. I'm gonna tell you,
Mushrooms?
it was crazy to the point where like it was. I had like this real bad dream, and I woke up, and I thought I was like still in the event that I actually like went and started attacking the shit, and then that's when yeah.
I hear you say the oregano. I don't think you should put that on with. Don't put that on with stuff to do the opposite, because others have to flush the system. Why are you flushing oregano? You want it in your body to do what it has to do. So you don't want to flush it up, do you? Does that make sense? You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, but
you don't want to put a dominant and an upper together.
Yeah, I was.
Was she putting mushrooms or anything?
No. It was just that stuff, but I ain't have nothing to, you know what I'm saying, until I was asleep. Dreams crazy, so that's what made me be like, yeah.
But did that happen a second time or a third time? You take it? Because for you to give proof, for you to know that it is reason why you had this weight.
Yeah, it happened the second time, third time.
And because of the same thing.
Yeah.
Well, take it again when you go home tonight.
Yeah,
That's how you prove things, you know. You do it again.
That was months ago. that was like many months ago. But
because these things shouldn't do that to you. They're actually good for you. Those oils are good for you, because you keep in mind, vitamin D is not in a dry form. Vitamin D is an oil.
Right.
So for you to body to take it in, it's very hard for you to take it in as a dry form. So oils are good for you. It goes on in your intestines. That's how your body takes it in.
Wait, isn't it herbs out there that can
So, all right. So, blood flow. It's about blood flow, getting oxygen throughout your body, different body parts. So, anything that you can do to increase blood flow to and through your organs is always going to be a good thing, including exercise.
Again, no artificial drinks. Those energy boosters are no good. Especially Red Bull. Red Bull is banned in the country that it was created. Okay? And they turn it around and ship it into America. It was banned in the country. That makes it in the country. They ban it and they ship it to America. America, if you notice, no superstar will do a commercial for it. They always have these joy, because nobody wants to put their name alongside it. Because what it does, when you combine it with alcohol, then normally you combine it with vodka. One is a downer and one is an upper. It's gonna destroy your heart.
People back in the day.
I know a lot of people who take that just drinking a Red Bull.
No, yeah. So ways to stay active. Me personally, I recommend some kind of competition for men, being martial arts, some kind of martial arts, boxing, help you a lot just to stay active because you're not actively like, thinking about it. It's a byproduct of competing. Right? You get in shape. It's a byproduct. Look down one day, and one day, you got a six pack. Oh shit! What you've been doing is training to beat somebody up. All of a sudden, you get in shape. So, if you can find a sport, something to remain active. But if not, hit the gym. I ain't telling you to kill yourself, but stay active. It's important that you keep your body. It's a saying that goes on. Run when you're healthy, or you'll have to run but you're gonna run. So why not do it when you're strong? When you're strong, you have to run. I like to think of it as like a retirement. What you do in your youth, when you can do it, when you're strong, and you can do these things, it determines your quality of life later on. Same way the investments you make at your job and things of that nature while you're working, it determines your quality of life. So it's important to take care of your body, stay active, exercise.
So it's very good at hiding. Very good at hiding message right in front of you, puts it right in front of you. Like for instance, Rockstar, that energy drink, has a big star on it. Now, if you take that same star and put it on the floor, what is it? It's one of the ways that they call demons up. Because what they do, they put fires on all the points, and they go in the center and they call demons up there.
Oh, the pentagram.
Yeah. All right. That's how they call demons up. They put it right on the can. But because it's on the can, some people think it doesn't have the same meaning. It has the same meaning. No.
So, discipline. Just stay disciplined and whatever. Do a lot of the things that you want to achieve. It's really just a matter of discipline. That being physically fit, whatever. It's always just a matter of discipline. And nothing that you want is easy. Every great man or woman that had discipline, they were disciplined with things. So it's important. We're working out. Stay. With that, brothers, got anything? Close out. That says shalom.
Shalom.
Yes.